Shalom, shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh by Shemi Hawashi. Yahweh is the Most High God. Yahweh Shai is the Son of God. The true name is the Heavenly Father and His Son. Again, Yahweh is the Most High God. Yahweh Shai is the Son of God. The true name is the Heavenly Father and His Son. All right, with this lesson, I'm going to start off with Matthew chapter 24, verse 36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. So no man know exactly what day the second coming is, or what hour the second coming is. But the Father only know the second when Yahweh Shai is going to come back. Right? But there are signs and events and tokens that will forewarn you when that day is at hand, when the second coming is nigh at hand. Which, when you go into the word forewarn, it goes into warn in advance or beforehand, give an early warning. Right? And that's what these signs and these tokens are for, to warn you that that time is at hand. Right? And I got a couple of scriptures lined up, and Lord willing, this video is edifying. The second Esdras, chapter 4, verse 36. And unto these things Uriel, or Uriel, the archangel, gave them answer, and said, even when the number of seeds is filled in you, for he have weighed the world in a balance. Right? It says, by measure have he measured the times, and by number have he numbered the times, and he doeth not move nor stir them until the said measures be fulfilled. So every prophecy, whether small or great, is for an appointed time. Right? Each sign or prophecy or vision that come to pass is, it's like each step, or every prophecy or vision that's fulfilled shows you that we are closer to the end, to Armageddon, if you will. Right? Each sign or prophecy is like a step that we go up, man. And each prophecy gets fulfilled is a sign that that shows us that we are closer to that time. It's almost like a clock, if you will. Everything is for a appointed time. For example, let's get this. Let's get second Esdras. A clock meaning everything for a appointed time. The second Esdras. Chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And how we do that? By seeing the signs and the prophecies. By watching for the prophecies. Because each prophecy that comes to pass, that's fulfilled, it's like a sign that we are, or forewarning, if you will, that we are even closer to the Armageddon, if you will. It says, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, meaning what? The prophecies, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, which there has been earthquakes and uproars in the people of the world, you should be looking for these things, man. And there has been, it has been happening, man. So that should let you know that, hey, we are closer, man. Each sign shows us that we are closer. It says, "Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest." See, the end is manifest. So the end of the world will, you will know when it's the end of the world. How will you know? By these signs and these prophecies that is written in a book. It says, "Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs." So you can discern if it's the end or not by seeing these signs, man. Right? So let's get this. Let's get Matthew chapter 16 verse 1. "The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came, and tempting desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven." This is what Yahushua said. "He answered and said unto them, When it is evening, ye say, It will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times?" Right? You could tell when it's about to start raining outside. You could tell that it's about to be a hurricane or a tornado outside just by looking at the sky before the tornado, before the hurricane. You could tell. You could discern it. Right? So there's little signs in the world or events in the world that will forewarn you that we are in the last days, man. That Armageddon's nigh at hand. That's exactly what these prophecies is. Earthquakes in diverse places. Nation shall rise against nation. Rumors of wars. Famines. Uproars of the world. Commotions. These are little, these signs, these prophecies are like little signs, man, that will prove to you that, that we are, closer to that, to Armageddon, to the second coming, man. It says, "But can ye not discern the signs of the times?" And that's the job of a prophet, man, to be able to discern the signs of the times, man, to measure the time diligently in itself. It's like a little a sand glass thing for like time, if you will. I forgot what it's called, but it's similar to that. Right? We're supposed to look at the sand glass, man. The time glass, or whatever you call it, and measure the time diligently in itself. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak." So these prophecies, which when you go into the word vision, it goes into prophecy. It translates to prophecy. These prophecies is for an appointed time. Right? It says, let's go to Matthew chapter 24, verse 32. "Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender, and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh." Which this is a similitude, right? Which, if I'm not mistaken, when you go into the word parable, let's get this. Let's get the word parable in the etymology. It goes into a comparison. A comparison. Right in the Latin, parabola means comparison or alongside. So this parable down where you read, it's a comparison, right? So it says, now learn a parable of the fig tree when his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, which those leaves represents the signs, right? By seeing, a tree, you could discern, what, season we in, right? For example, the, leaves, will spring forth, if you will, when summer is not. It says, and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise, ye shall see all these things, know it is near. When ye shall see all these things, let's read it again, verse 33. So likewise, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the door. So those leaves, that fig tree putting forth leaves is symbolic for these signs happening, these prophecies being fulfilled, these events that's taking place on the earth are like signs that will forewarn you that the end is nigh at hand, if you will. Let's read verse 33 again. It says, so likewise, yea, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is nigh near, even at the doors. So when you see these prophecies, know that Armageddon is near at hand. Right? Verse 34, verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. And like I said, these prophecies are for an appointed time, are for a set or fixed time, if you will. No one can change that. Right? It says, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. So this world cannot end. Well, before this world ends, certain things has to happen, man. Certain things has to take place. Certain prophecies has to be fulfilled. Right before Armageddon, right, the mark of the beast has to be fulfilled, has to be brought to pass. That prophecy about the mark of the beast has to be fulfilled. Before the mark of the beast, before the prophecy of the mark of the beast, the prophets has to be prophesied. Right, all is in order, if you will. Everything is in order. These prophecies are in order, and for a appointed time. It says, let's get Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 17. It says, for he have given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely to know how the world was made and the operation of the elements. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua gave us knowledge to know certain things. Right, it says, verse 18, the beginning, ending, and midst of times. So, we know the beginning. We know how the world was formed. We know how it's going to end. We know the middle of times. That's a job of a prophet, man. To prophesy, to say before. Before a prophet can say before, he has to know before. Right, it says, the alteration of the turning of the sun and the change of seasons. Right, let's get Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8, verse 3. It says, in that she is conversant with God, she magnified her nobility, yet the Lord of all things himself loved her. Let's jump down to verse 7. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8, verse 7. And if a man love righteousness, her labors are virtuous. Virtuous, I don't know how to pronounce it, but that her is talking about wisdom. It says, for she teacheth temperance and prudence, justice, justice and fortitude, which are such things as man can have nothing more profitable in their life. Verse 8, it says, if a man desire much experience, she knoweth things of old, and conjectureth aright what is to come. Which when you go into that saying, that small saying, conjectureth aright what is to come, meaning to what? Guess or to speculate correctly the future. Or guess or speculate correctly or what's to come, if you will. So with wisdom, you can be able to foreknow what or guess, if you will, not guess but know the events in the near future, if you will. Famine is going to come to pass. I know that for certain, man. That's an example, right? It says, she knoweth the subtleties of speeches and can expound dark sentences. She foreseeth signs and wonders and the events of seasons and times. So with wisdom, you will be able to foresee signs and wonders. You will be able to foresee the events of seasons and times before it happened, man. Foresee means to know or to see beforehand. Which when you go into for example, the men will be called the vision, if I'm not, seers. Yeah, the word seer. If I'm not mistaken, in the ancient days, prophets will be called seers, because they will see beforehand. They will see the future. I'm not saying all prophets will be called seers, but Second Esdras chapter 16, verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. Which that's going into contractions. Each hour when a woman is ready to bring forth a baby or ready, give birth, there's, before that, there's contractions. Each hour, pain comes to her. Each hour she feel pain. And that's like with these visions, man. One vision gotta happen, so the other vision come to pass. One vision gotta come to pass, so the other vision gotta come to pass. Right? It's almost like this. It's almost like this. This is, a good example. Right? It says, which pains when a child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so, shall not the plagues be slacked to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. So everything is for a point of time, man. We don't know the day or hour of the second coming, but we are we can acknowledge that that day is nigh by seeing the signs. Right, but I'm gonna close out on that. Lord willing, this video was edifying. Double honors to the elders of the house of David. Peace and blessings unto the elect. Salute and shalom to the fellow laborers in this truth. And all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua.